Good morning, my booze. How are we doing today? Uh, Hoping this message finds you in health and wealth. I was getting a couple messages coming through here today, and the loudest one, like I was setting this down, and I was literally being drawn to the boundary of this table, and I look, and it was about setting boundaries, and so I think what they're wanting me to talk on is not exactly about the setting the boundaries, but it's about, again, enforcing the boundaries. Like, and what I'm hearing is if you are setting a boundary and you're not enforcing the boundary, you don't have a boundary. You have an idea of a boundary. You have the first step in the right direction. But or you have people who are not respecting your boundaries. That is also the case too. That can also be the case. What is the message that is trying to come out here about the boundaries? Oh, thank you. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, you have some guides, bird spirits, winged one energy could be very, very significant here. I'm also seeing coyotes. There is a wolf here, but I'm seeing like a coyote in my mind's eye. For whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure what they represent, but eagles have definitely been very big, especially this morning. I've already tuned into eagle energy once. But yeah, and I'm hearing someone needs to hear this, where sometimes you really cannot control how someone is going to respond to your boundary. You can't control how other people are acting, and I transmute so much of that through laughter. Like if someone is being a complete, what I view as an asshole, and they are, actively trying to undermine and disrespect me, a lot of times I will use the laughter to alchemize that. It's like, because I genuinely, when people are behaving in such an egregious manner, I genuinely believe that that is laughable itself, and when you are able to laugh, you're able to win, because you then kind of reclaim your power, because they no longer have power over your vibration. They're not bringing you into this negative, angry state. So it brings you back to a state of joy, because it really just kind of reaffirms where you're at, and it gives you clarity about your vibration. So also, there is dream work is significant, very significant right now. I'm feeling like someone too, like I'm hearing like something about a gift coming online for someone, like I don't know if it's called psychomancy or what. I'm just seeing someone like picking up an object and getting flashes of like where it's been, and the potential people or the energy that was last on it when it was being held or used. And I feel like, you may have picked up on this, subtly at different points in your life, but I genuinely believe that this is something that you're meant to kind of work with further. A good way to really feel into this would be like, holding a crystal and to start feeling its vibration. If that resonates with you, but it hasn't happened for you yet. Yeah. Similarly, I feel like some of you are really going to be having like a reactivation of your third eye. And I believe because of the boundaries, this is a collective message, but because of the boundaries that you have enforced, now there is this huge illumination, this huge clarity, because you have decided to release the illusion. And it's like the sacred action has been taken. So now you are kind of you are walking with spirit, guiding yourself. And so be patient with yourself during this liminal space. Be very patient with yourself. And don't be afraid of resting, because, when you are entering a new fertile period like this, it's so crucial to kind of be kind with yourself and to take all the time that you need, because this is a new path, a path that we have not walked before. And so that's kind of bringing it. Spirit is just now kind of tying this into the other message that was coming through and channeling this morning. So I've been seeing the number 808 a lot, and it was very clear to me that it was like, after a minute, that it was Hawaiian energy, because I've been seeing signs of Hawaii everywhere. And I was just thinking about the fact of Hawaii as an energy, and how it's a relatively, new island in the scheme of the world, the whole archipelago. And it was just very much like this new earth energy. It was like this new timeline energy. Actually, that's not even true. Okay, because I believe that Hawaii is actually part of Lemuria, so it is ancient. But what I'm getting is like this energy of this new growth. It feels like new heart codes, new. I'm seeing like the islands like coming up out of the ocean in my mind's eye, and being formed, and it feels like new growth or new territory, and it's very much like this new earth energy. So this, you could be like unearthing or creating, or finding out new facets of yourself that maybe were previously submerged or buried, and maybe that's what a lot of the clarity is. I'm seeing also like the moon in my mind's eye from tarot. So it very much could be a period where you're unearthing a lot of things, and so this would be an excellent time to kind of plan into that, and based on this clarity, use that to kind of propel yourself forward. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, touching earth, planting something new. You can't even. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, it very much is like this ascension. There's the winged one energy again, okay? So I think that your guides are really helping you soar to new heights is what I'm hearing. There's very much this energy. You could also, you could be a grid worker. You could very well be a grid worker. So if you're being called to kind of travel to different power places, ley lines, and even, you never know, the earth could have an activation for you, or likewise you might have healing codes and activations to offer that earth, or that part of earth. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing, yeah. Okay, Spirit, let's give another message to this collective, please. Thank you, Isis. Yeah, there's something about the way that the energy is in certain spots. Like, there again, and Hawaii is one for me. But maybe for you it's somewhere completely different. But maybe this is the sign. And mirrored numbers too. I'm noticing these mirrored numbers. Wow, it's like I'm hearing things could flip around in an instant. Things can flip around in an instant. Wow, I just read this. You are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and surrender your control over to how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Yeah. And so just look at literally the flower of life, and it's literally this lotus coming out of like this rune. And I genuinely believe I see this as like all of the different stages and all the different levels that you've went through, and now it's time for you to blossom. And I believe I said that you were entering a fertile period. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm very, very intuitive like that. But sometimes I forget what I'm saying when I'm channeling. I genuinely do. I believe that this is going to be I think that Spirit is, this 10 of Pentacles is representing, like, you can have all of like the full circle stability. Like, it feels like family energy. It feels like family energy, but it also feels like being able to provide for and feeling provided for. Like, there's just this level of absolute security. And it is, Spirit is wanting you to know that, major confirmation. Yeah, your new life is going to cost you your old life. It's like, I was just feeling like this level of guided to think yourself as a creative being and surrender your control over how things will manifest. Instead, just allow them to do so. Yeah. Very much a stepping into your power moment, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you're worth it. Period. Yeah. It literally speaks for itself. So this is very, I could not stress this enough. The level of manifesting abilities that are coming to you right now are off the charts. there is just a level of confidence that you are going to be reconnecting with. And I think that is, part of the illusions that you're releasing as well. Because I feel like you genuinely were synced up with people who made you question your intuition, who made you genuinely question the path that you were on. And I feel like I don't like to put bad messages out there, but I genuinely feel like they were trying to undermine your clarity. I'm not saying that they're necessarily bad people, but I feel like they genuinely were lost people. And I feel like they were trying to undermine your clarity. And I feel like now the more that you enforce the boundary away from people that have, I don't even want to say bad energy, but it's just distractions is all I'm hearing from spirit. It's a waste of energy because you have some shit that you need to do and accomplish. Period. Okay, so you already know that you're a bad bitch. Like, if you have stayed this long into this message, you already know how powerful you are. I don't need to sit here and, pour in the same things that a lot of these videos say, but what I'm going to tell you is it's time to really step up and to really kind of I feel like you've been moving in silence. I genuinely, like, you might have like your couple close people that you've been rocking with, but what it feels like right now is just genuinely allowing the rest to take place, because I'm telling you, this next phase is going to be busy, okay? If you've already gotten signs that your period of rest is over, then move forward with that sacred action, lead the charge. But as I'm seeing this right now, as it feels, there is going to be a moment very soon. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands in my mind's eye, but it is not here yet, and that is why it's not drawn yet, because I'm hearing you better run, because the horses are coming. The horses are coming. Chariot energy, very much chariot energy. Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be an energy that this is meant for you. I mean, this couldn't, you created this. You called this in. This was literally hand designed by the design for you, okay? But it's like you are going to need all of your ducks in a row. You are literally going to... I'm hearing this is going to be a ride of a fucking lifetime. Honey, first of all, and you can't even... Your justice is coming, baby. Don't ever let... You can't even... Like, literally, don't let anybody let you question your bag. Do not. And so, and especially, if you've made it this far in, you are a very select group. I genuinely believe that. And when I tell you, the reason this chapter has been so fucking hard is because there are people that were not meant to share these blessings with you. And when I say that, I mean that whole fucking heartedly. There are seriously some people that were not worthy of your blessings. And your guides, I'm feeling this wolf energy. They were not going to let people eat at your table that were not meant to be eaten at your table. Because this is about positivity. There is so much love and light in this energy. This is something that only spirit and yourself could come up with, okay? And yeah, I'm hearing you have such a good heart. You have such a good heart. And what happens is you expect yourself out of others. And they're not saying to shine any less in any capacity. But what they're saying is to trust them on... Yes, they're saying to trust them on the fact of who needs to leave your life and the rooms that you need to walk out of. Like, because you... And they're showing me how you can put a pot or a plant, in different pots and in different rooms, and it can be the most beautiful, hardy amazing plant, but if it's not in the right areas, it's not going to grow correctly. And you, my friend, are meant to fucking shine. You are meant to take up space, and it's like reach for the stars. Oh my gosh, yes, that's what I'm hearing, literally, quite literally. And it's like, don't forget that you are made of the stars. You are literally made of the stars. Wow. So quite literally, and I don't say shit like this, if you were aligned with this, you could be someone that quite literally is meant for fame. I am just seeing like this burning crown, and it's like, I just feel like this energy of people desiring you, people desiring your energy, people desiring your time. Yeah. And it feels like, it genuinely feels like this period is going to be a period where you allow yourself, because it's not that you've ever been held back. This is a period where you actually allow yourself, to hold this. I'm here, let me hold something. So, oof. There is major Sagittarius energy that I'm feeling attached to this. I'm also feeling Scorpio energy too. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm feeling Scorpio energy. Taurus too. Taurus energy is coming through. Yeah. And just like I said, I'm hearing it again. You better run. Oh my goodness. Yep. And this is it. This is that tying up the loose ends. Finishing up any work that you need to do behind the scenes. Yeah. Wow. And it's like, I'm seeing someone journaling in their book. Like, it's like I'm seeing this book written as like the happily ever after, and then what comes after the happy ending, you know? Wow. Yeah, so what comes after the happy ending? Like, they literally want you, like, there is this level of, keep running. So if, okay, I guess what they're showing me this energy. Sorry guys, a lot of times I will see and feel things because I'm claircognizant, so it's hard for me to find words to put into what I'm getting. But they're showing me the reference of a seed, and it's like when you're manifesting something and it's like you only hyperfixate on that manifestation, it's like hyperfixating on a seed that you plant. And this might seem obvious, and I'm sure you've probably heard this reference before, but that's what is about the after, because I think that we can allow our anxiousness and our own doubt to kind of impale that, instead of just trusting and moving on and being like, okay, say I wanted to call in money. Okay, now that I have that money, what am I going to do? Am I going to write a book? Because I don't need to work anymore. So now that I don't need to work anymore, because Spirit is saying too, like, there is, period, the Chariot energy. Spirit is saying there's a very small window of time, like where when you receive a large sum of money, or when you receive exactly what you want, there's a very small window of time where you will kind of soak in that before you start feeling like you are unfulfilled, because it is our human nature to kind of want to create, honestly, to plant something new, to feel like we are connected to something, is what I'm hearing. Okay, that is our human nature. Wow. So the song Human Nature by Michael Jackson's coming through. That's the second time that's coming through today, and I don't really listen to Michael Jackson, but yeah, so maybe that's a sign for somebody. But it very much is, it's about being connected and inspired, okay? And I think that's where the divine is kind of bringing you, because if you really look at where you'll be, past I am going to travel here, I'm going to travel there, especially with the internet. Like, you can astral travel, you can project yourself wherever you want to be. You can experience that. So it's not about that. It's about, how am I meant to create? How am I meant to be in alignment with the divine? What am I meant to kind of call in? What is my true nature? What is my true purpose? What truly lights me up? You know, what do I know to be true about myself? What have I been guided? Where is the universe trying to lead me? Okay? And what are the illusions? What are the doubts that are blocking me from, you know, reaching this? What lies am I telling myself, you know, that say, I can't do that? I don't even like to say that out loud. That sentence is aka. I can. What illusions are blocking you from saying, I can do that? I can do that. What illusions do we need to release? Yeah. And I think that that's so much about really where this collective is going. Is if you've made it this far, congratulations, because I genuinely believe that you are one of the people who's really a pioneer in anchoring in this new earth energy, and I could not be more proud. Thank you, Spirit, of you as a person. Exactly. There's big shit coming. All right? It's like when this, oh, I'm getting chills. I literally, when this is a collective of people who've literally foregone and given up smaller ways, ways of being childish, ways of being selfish. This is a collective of people who's really grown and allowed their own shortcomings and their own shadow to become their armor. Okay, it's like your own weaknesses have become your own strength, and that is what I'm hearing. There is such a beautiful, powerful energy for this collective right here. And it's going, when I said that 10, this is where I know they want me to stop, because this is that full circle moment what I was talking about with the 10 of Pentacles. And whew, I've got chills everywhere. I mean, this really is going to work out even better than you expected. I know that this has been a hard road. I know there are times where you wanted to give up. I know there are times when you wanted to doubt your light. I know there are times when you wanted to just crawl in a hole and maybe die. But I'm so proud of you for not doing that. And my. The way that Spirit is going to show the fuck out for you when you least expect it. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes. You're probably rolling your eyes. And trust me, I've been there. But when I tell you, like that, they just really want me to emphasis on this. I'm seeing this literally as a portal. And it's like, I literally feel like there is just this portal that you've walked through, or you are about to walk through. Ooh. Do you know what I'm hearing too? I literally am hearing that this Friday the 13th could quite literally be, I think we were talking about 180s earlier, 180s, like doing a complete flip. I do believe that. And yeah, I believe that this Friday the 13th could bring some really good luck for someone. If you are watching this, I'm not fucking kidding you. Okay, I really, really think that this could be a good day for a very specific person. I don't know who, and I don't know. You will know if this message is for you. Wow. Wow. Spirit, can we get another confirmation? Thank you. Yeah, I do. I feel like this is going to literally lift you into a whole new way of being. I'm stopping there. Spirit doesn't want me to spoil anything. But I genuinely feel like this is going to be a day that's filled with good luck for you. Thank you. Love you.